money in the seat, so there's no space. Person where they will another insane. I could trust anybody, don't even trust myself. I'm without chair, I wouldn't even wrong myself. If I could, that much I did drug yourself. Try about me.
First time that I set my eyes on you. I said to myself and I picked up my chest, I go marry you, baby. She fine like an angel that come from above me, I want you. Girl, you stay with me, don't run now, run now. Even if you can't find my love, go be close to you. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Whenever you need me, my girl, I go there for you, for you. Only you say you stay, you ain't not run from me. Please don't run from me. Cause me, I want you, girl, I never run from you. Baby, follow me, go. I give you love, follow me, go. Let's go and stay, follow me, go. I give you joy, you follow me, go. You be my girl, follow me, go. I give you love, follow me, go. Let's go and stay, follow me, go. I give you my heart, follow me, go. Yeah. Let's go to our place where my mama no go see me, where your mama no go see us, where we go there happy. Make we start new life, make we start living our life, make we start new life, make we start feeling our life. Baby, you know say I want you. I can never change you for good, I can never change you for silver. Cause you make me feel love. Those days I feel so loved. You come to my heart and you give me love. You come to my heart and you give me joy. Never will I ever let you go. Follow me, go. I give you love. Follow me, go. Let's go and stay. Follow me, go. I give you joy. Follow me, go. You be my girl. Follow me, go. I give you love. Follow me, go. Let's go and stay. Follow me, go. I give you my heart. Follow me, go. Yeah. Me, I no go use you play. Me, I go stay outside. That I say now you want. That I say now you want. Cause you give me life. Yeah, you give me joy. You dey give me joy. Yeah, me, I can't lie. You're the only one way me, I want, baby. I can never do without you, baby. She do me something. She do me strong thing. She do me something.
This is Black Fire Radio, media for the 21st century.
Brief,
Fast lady, mini beat killer. Most wanted car drug dealer. Can it be for life sin and I can't live in a dive beam. So strong cat John Cena. Died from some gold digger. Can it from you shot jeep and a stream like 2-car strip. When I'm spit I'm in the viper. Call you me mega rider. Cough bullet me pull trigger. Can it jump na die figures. Now I rise now a bare finger. Na speed fast key Godzilla. Nacheza utadhani la liga. Na wakunywa si atina riga.
Form ni gani.
Nenda bash na has.
Form ni gani.
Timinyo mkali wow.
Form ni gani.
Na black na huna cash. Umebleki na shash kwa chachu wa.
Form ni gani.
Nenda bash na has.
Form ni gani.
Timinyo mkali wow.
Form ni gani.
Na black na huna cash. Umebleki na shash kwa chachu wa. Mwenzi kwangu ni culture. Naonza ulizini pata. Ojo zaka leteni mapicha. Niko haya ni niko mapicha. Niko haya ni mimi ni picha. Natoka kutozero kupika. Niko kani lakini ni picha. Niko haya ni mimi ni picha. Una trend na unakula kata. Wenye gusto usijione smart. mata Wene Lucifer ama ni Satan
This is
kama
Black
mtoto ni
Hot Fire
kupigwa
Radio.
geta Tempa heta ni time unatesa Wakike tunatafuta pesa Dada ni chafu safisha haraka Nimemada yani nimekafunga
Form ni gani
Nenda bash na has
Form ni gani
Jimmy ndio mkali wow
Form ni gani
Una brag na huna cash Umebleki na shash kwa chachu wa
Form ni gani
Nenda bash na has
Form ni gani
Jimmy ndio mkali wow
Form ni gani
Una brag na huna cash Umebleki na shash kwa chachu wa
This is Black Hot Fire Radio, media for the 21st century.
Karibuni sana to the Pan-African Bliss Show. My name is Joby and this is the Black Hot Fire Radio, media for the 21st century. Once again, Karibuni sana. Do remember to interact with us. We are live and interactive on our social media handles, that is on Facebook at the Black Hot Fire Radio Network Station and also on Instagram at the Black Hot Fire Network, on Twitter at the Black Hot Fire Network using the hashtag Pan-African Bliss with Joby and hashtag Black Hot Fire Network. Tell us where you're tuning in from. How is your week coming along so far? We are approaching the end of July. We are almost welcoming the month of August, and I do hope, because we keep on saying here on the Black Hot Fire Radio, as much as you are approaching a new week, you are approaching a new month, you need to make some goals for yourself. And I do hope you did make some goals for yourself before the end of this month, from the beginning of this month actually. And of course, as we are approaching the end of the month, I hope that you are able to see the goals that you did set for yourself manifesting themselves into reality. Nonetheless, karibuni sana once again to the show. My name is Joby, and you can also call us in or SMS us or WhatsApp us at the +254 754 402 730. Tell us where you're tuning in from. How is your week coming along? Yesterday we were talking about the matters of the weekend, but no one did dare to tell me how their weekend was. But I do hope that your week is coming along so far. So good. You can also get all of us on our website. We are at www.blackhotfirenetwork.com, and once you get into the website, you can also be able to create your own profile and join the Black Hot Fire family. And you can also check some videos, because we have so many contents uploaded there, because here on the Black Hot Fire Radio and also the Pan-African Bliss Show, we are all about bringing the African brothers and sisters together, uniting the African continent, because we have seen so much division going around and so many things, so many crises, and so many lies being told about the African culture. And at the end of the day, not only are we checking on that, we also get to check on other different parts of the African continent. We have in the likes of Nigeria, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, here the 254 itself, and other countries as well. We also get to check in the international world, or rather, the outside world, just a little bit, to inform you what is really going on. And at the end of the day, we need to bring a solution to the matters that are affecting us on a daily basis. Nonetheless, karibuni sana. Do remember, once you log in onto the website, we are at www.blackhotfirenetwork.com once again. And once you log in there, once you create your own profile, do remember to watch the videos. As you watch them, like, share with your friends, because however you might have gotten the message, at the end of the day, do remember, we're all about educating and learning and teaching each other here on the Black Hot Fire Radio. You can also share with your friends and get to explore more, and want to say karibuni sana. Once you have created your own profile, we welcome you to the Black Hot Fire family. And you can also download the app on the Google Play Store and get to enjoy these amazing vibes. They get to play you the first amazing song, which is "Follow Me" by the one and only Paxi Kid Banks. I don't know why his name is super hard for me to pronounce, but I do know that some people do have hard names to pronounce, starting with mine. No bragging, but starting with mine. And that is Paxi Kid, all the way from Nigeria. And that is "Follow Me." He has an amazing vibe. I love the vibe. Actually, it sounds like how does it sound like? Not really Rema. I wanted to say Rema, but not Rema. It's more of I don't know, but I'm just look and search onto the vibe. He has a certain artist from Nigeria still. The vibes, the way he's just jamming to the beats, jam into the lyrics and everything, and the message also. Because at the end of the day, yesterday we were talking about how musicians lately, they are releasing songs just for the sake of releasing. But when you dig deeper right now, even people are being arrested because of the kind of lyrics and the content you are removing. Because when you go to the extreme, like Lil Nas, whereby he has released this industry baby song, which has really right now hit 30 million within less than 4 days, and it's crazy how people love enjoying nudity. It's just super crazy. People enjoy watching nudity because it's the most watched song right now, it's the most trending song right now. But he has been arrested because of the content. And of course, I was saying yesterday is, as much as you are an influencer out there, you are an artist out there, you should know that you should be able to create something that even when you look back, Specs did say that, when you look back, or rather when you tell your kids or your grandkids, I was an artist, I was a rapper, they ask, show us your content. What is it that you were doing? Be able to create a content right now that even in the future, when you'll be telling people about your history, because, or rather, even if you're famous, that is something that is maybe gonna be known. Kids are gonna be told stories. Your father was this and this and this, and they'd love to see the content. Be a person whom, when you're releasing our content, you'll be proud that even when your kids will be looking up onto it, they'll be super proud. Not in such a way that they're hiding their eyes, because I believe the industry baby song right now, you can't even, I don't think even a kid can even watch it. So be able to create a content that even our family can sit down and enjoy your content at the same time. And as much as you are an influencer, also influence people in a positive way, not in a negative way. Because I do believe most of these artists, they want to be talked about all day, all night. But at the end of the day, what kind of what energy are you getting from the the word of people? Because I do believe mouth has power over so many things, and you have to be careful, because people might be talking about you in a negative way. You think they are talking about you in a positive way. Yes, they're loving the song, but I don't know how many people are throwing shades at you. So you should be super, super careful. Nonetheless, I did also get to play Form Nigani by the one and only Paps, and I just want to ask you, Form Nigani, today is on a Tuesday, and I do believe it's a terrific pizza today here in the 254 and also different parts of the country. And I don't know what's from Nigani from your way. Do remember to interact with us. As I said, we are live and interactive on Facebook at the Black Hot Fire Radio Network station, on Twitter at the Black Hot Fire Network, using the hashtag Pan-African Bliss with Joby and hashtag Black Hot Fire Network. Tell us who you're streaming in from. And of course, you can also get all of us on Instagram as well at the Black Hot Fire Network. Tell us who you're streaming in from. How is your week coming along? And from Nigani. From Nigani basically means, what are the plans that you have for today? What are the plans that you have for yourself today, as we get to check onto different matters, that are affecting us here today? We're going to take a short musical break. But before that, you know what we are all about here on the Pan-African Bliss Show? We are all about encouraging people, because I keep on saying, people wake up to so many challenges each and every day. So others will wake up to, I keep on saying this, others will wake up to divorces, others will wake up to proposals, others will wake up to losing their jobs, others will wake up to finding their dream jobs and everything. Others will wake up to heartbreaks, others will wake up to, so many different type of things, But at the end of the day, you need someone to motivate you, because I do believe a motivation, just something, from someone, it makes you feel your heart just a little bit warm. It warms your heart in a certain way. Because as I was coming to work, I bumped into a certain friend of mine, and he was just making stories for me, asking me certain questions. And the more I answered him, the more we interacted, I felt my heart, it was super warm. And I was just like, he was God sent for me to just make my morning this Tuesday. But nonetheless, karibuni sana once again to the Pan-African Bliss Show. And the quote of the day today goes by, there is only one happiness in life: to love and to be loved. Because I do believe today it's on a Tuesday. I don't know if Tuesday people do celebrate love, but I do believe love is something that should be given, not only on during the Valentine's Day, not only on Wednesday when you're celebrating women, but I do believe love is something that should be passed on each and every day and each and every time. Because I don't know how many of you, or rather, if I'm the only person who feels special whenever they're loved, I do believe everyone wants to experience that. And it's just the quote of today goes by, there is only one happiness in life: to love and to be loved, and also to be happy. Ensure as much as you're loving and you are you're being loved, you are happy, because we've seen so many situations and so many people whereby you're bumping or rather getting engaging yourself into a relationship, but you're not happy at all. You're just sticking there. I've seen so many ladies, actually. I'm just gonna direct this to the ladies, because you find a man who has good intentions, but the lady has purely bad intentions. It might be that the man is super rich, or he has some cash of his own, and that the lady just wants, the lady just wants to chop the money, chop the money, chop the money. Of course, yes, there's no love without finance, but be careful. Ensure as much as you are in a relationship, or if you are getting yourself into a serious relationship with someone, ensure that you are happy. Put your happiness first, so that you may be able also to spread the happiness that you have towards them and the love that you intend for them as well. Nonetheless, karibuni sana once again to the Pan African Bliss Show. I can see General Mosquito. You're saying good rising, Joby. Good rising to you. I hope you are doing great. So far, so good. I wanted you to interact with us yesterday to tell us how was your weekend. And I was just waiting for someone to tell me the story about their weekend, but no one showed up, no one popped up, because I do believe the weekend has so many merits and demerits of it, especially to the youths and so many young teenagers out here. We did get to see where Spikes was telling us about where this young girl, she did get to, I don't know, it was about mountain hiking or something, but she did get to, overjoy herself for the first time thing that she was doing, and she lost her life due to something, influence. I do call it bad influence, and we've seen so many youths entering themselves into danger just because you want to fit in into a certain situation or to make people happy because of what you're doing. You're saying that, Joby, are you learning these quotes from Spikes? No. No, I'm not. No, I'm super not. I don't know, but I'm not. I can't say I am. I'm also that kind of a person. When I wake up in the morning, being honest, I go to my Pinterest. There's something that I've been doing for quite a longer time. I go to my Pinterest, and I have a little bit of course, so you're gonna have to bear with me, you guys. And I always wake up to looking forward to something positive, especially when you wake up and you're feeling super low. I always love looking up, first praying, then you look up onto the Pinterest thing, and just check something positive that is going to make your mind feel positive at the end of the day. Nonetheless, I can't say that I'm learning all this from Spike's General Mosquito. You got it all wrong. Nonetheless, gonna take a short musical break. Then when we come back, we're gonna see what is happening in the DRC Congo. We're gonna also check what is happening in Nigeria, because we have seen that so many cases have been rising up each and every day, whereby these cases of abduction, students being abducted, it's really rising up, and it's really super crazy. And we're also gonna check other different matters are affecting different parts of the country and the African continent as well. Karibuni sana once again to the Pan African Bliss Show. As I said, do remember to interact with us. We are on Facebook, on Twitter, and also on Instagram at the Blackout Fire Radio network station. That is on Facebook at the Black of Fire Network, on Twitter, and also on Instagram at the Black of Fire Network. You can also call us in, SMS us or WhatsApp us. Actually, no one has ever called in or SMS us or WhatsApp us, to tell us where you're streaming in from, because that is one of the things that makes us to grow and to be able also to interact. But call us in at the +254 754 402 730. Tell us where you're streaming in from. How is your week coming along? It's on a Tuesday. I do believe most of you are maybe celebrating, or rather maybe ordering some pizza in, but as for me, I'm celebrating love and good health as well. And nonetheless, this is African Girl by the one and only Fiti. Keep it the Black Up Network. We'll be right back.
This is Black
Baby. My baby is crazy at times. Crazy, Georgina, cheesy sometimes. But see, Toki, I gave her my life. And I promised that she'd be my wife. Anapenda ghetto classes. She's a radio fanatic, yeah. And you could tweet her on my Facebook, lakini yeah, usoma books, yeah. Hapendi tukidance mogidi, yeah. Anapenda tukiwine kwa kiti. Mapenzi yetu si wawili, yeah. Atuchezi low key city. Cause she brings to life all my fantasies, yeah. Never seen seen a love so real. Kwake yeye aimido wake king, yeah. Now I know nimepata queen to life all my fantasies, yeah. Never seen a love so real. Kwake yeye aimido wake king, yeah. Now I know nimepata queen, yeah. She's a box of chocolates, yeah. She's the daughter of a Wonder Woman, yeah. Amejitambua juu ya ni superwoman. Ananisumbua cause she's the one. Anapenda ghetto classics. She's a radio fanatic, yeah. You could tweet her on my Facebook, lakini yeye usoma books, yeah. Hapendi tukidance mogini, yeah. Anapenda tukiwine kwa kiti. Mapenzi yetu si wawili, yeah. Hatuchezi low key city city. Cause she brings to life all my fantasies, yeah. Never seen a love so real. Kwake yeye aimido wake king, yeah. Now I know nimepata queen to life all my fantasies, yeah. Never seen a love so real. Kwake yeye aimido wake king, yeah. Now I know nimepata queen, yeah. Fanya mafisi, chizi porini, na limu wariti, sakanina like moto. Na nywele ni kinky, smile and a gap between her teeth. Her body is sweetie, baby girl, you're a champion. All my fantasy, kwake yeye ndo wake king. Now I know nimepata queen and to love
Yes, Karibuni sana once again to the Pan-African Bliss Show. My name is Joby, and this is the Black Fire Radio, media for the 21st century. I hope you are doing great this wonderful Tuesday. Personally, I am celebrating love today. I don't know why, but I don't feel loved. I can say I feel super loved. No, I don't have anyone special in my life, but I feel loved by the Black Fire family, and of course, loving myself even more. Because as I said, for you to be able even to love someone else out there, you need to start with yourself. Give yourself the attention, give yourself the love, understand yourself for you to understand what you really want. That is it, period. And you're not even arguing about that. Nonetheless, Karibuni sana once again. Do remember to interact with us. We are on Facebook at the Black Fire Radio Station. We are also on Twitter at the Black Fire Network using the hashtag Pan-African Bliss Joby and hashtag Black Fire Network. You can also go get hold of us on Instagram at the Black Fire Network. You can also call us in because, as I said, I've never seen anyone calling us in, telling us, especially for the. Actually, it's just only one person who ever called us in. Sister Liberia, I think that's her name. She's the only one person who she's called us in during the Rhythm Scoop show or the 254 to Jadili show. And I do hope even the rest of you will be able to participate and make it mandatory, for us to be able to communicate better. You can call us in, SMS us, or WhatsApp us. They tell us where to tune in from. How is your week coming along? Because it's been on a Tuesday. As I said, I do believe some people might be ordering pizza pizza, but as for me, I'm ordering some love, yo. So show me some love. Karibuni sana once again. This is the Pan African Bliss Show. Call us in at the +254-754-402-730. You can also go at all of us on our website at the www.blackoutfridaytalk.com. You can also download the app on the Google Play Store and get to enjoy these amazing vibes. That was the African Girl by the one and only PT. I love the jam because it spreads some emotions. I can say some emotions, just the love vibe, just the chilled vibe. I don't know if you can feel the vibrations, but personally, I am. Nonetheless, we are moving on because, as I said, here on the Pan African Bliss Show, we all about, talking about the matters that are affecting us as an African continent. And at the end of the day, not only checking the merits so much or the demerits so much, we need to find a solution to each and every, matters that are arising in each and every different countries here in the African continent and also different parts of the world. Nonetheless, I can see General Mosquito, you're saying that normally if you wake up feeling low, it's because of something you ate or eaten too late before bedtime. I think so. I do think so because, okay, I can't say that I woke up super, feeling so low, but I was just chilled, I just chilled. And I don't know, but my Tuesday are always chilled, I was just super chilled. And I met a friend on the matatu. Then he just activated my mood out of nowhere because of the questions he was just asking me. And I do believe also that was the effect because I did take a lot of milkshake yesterday night. I did take 3 glasses of milkshake and that was super strong for me. But I was, it's the appetite. They say when the appetite is good, make use of it, make good use of it, because there are times that your appetite just disappears. You don't feel like eating, you're craving for food, but you can't even eat it because the appetite is super low. You're also saying that Emmanuel Ojode, hi, that is my friend. Hi, how you doing? Good morning, grand rising to you, Ojode. I can see you saying that, Joby, keep it up, you are really inspiring. Nafanya assignments, fanya manze. That is one of my friends here on the 254 Kenya. Karibu sana to the Pan African Bliss Show, Ojode. This is the Blackout Fire Network, and we are all about the African continent, especially in the African here in the Blackout Fire Network. You're also saying grand rising greetings to Emmanuel Ojode, that is General Mosquito, and at the end of the day, I do say that we need to bring the African continent together, and that is what we're all about. We're all about uniting because we've seen the division that is really happening, and now the Europeans are celebrating us, by being divided. But at the end of the day, we need to own the power, and I can see that people are really rising up, and the African continent is really waking up. Nonetheless, we move on. In the matters of the schooling, we know that the schools have really been opened, and here in the 254 and also different parts of the countries. I don't know, I'm not sure, but I'm sure about the 254 in Kenya. The students have gone back to school, and the form ones, actually, it's like a new term. It's like, I do remember that before the pandemic, we did used to, the school academic, or rather how the school, the system of education, how it was being held. It was, you are supposed to go to school, or rather to go to the next class the next year. But due to the pandemic, it really affected the system of education, and everything has changed. So right now, the students are joining new classes, and the form ones, we have the form ones, we have the class 8s, and we have the PP ones, we have the PP2, and I do hope that at the end of the day, because the president, not the president, but the minister of education, right now when they were trying to choose schools for people, it was really kind of hard, not like before, because it's been reported that 15 million, is it 15 or 16, but it's 15 million students are reporting back to school, and that's quite a big number. And the issue is, they are claiming that 73% of the teachers here in the 254, they have not yet been vaccinated. And I just wonder, and as much as they say that 73% of the teachers that have not been vaccinated, they are claiming that 1.3 billion vaccines are coming into Kenya. 1.3 billion vaccines are being imported from the European here to Kenya, just for people to ensure that the wananchi of Kenya, or the 254, are being vaccinated. But I don't know how many really know the demerits of this vaccine, of which I'm not going to talk about it so much, because this is something that is being preached actually out in the social medias And I was just telling Kit the other day, right now we have all the sources of information. Technology has really brought out so many, improvements. As much as it has its own demerits, it has given out the sources for us to be able to see what is really happening in different continents of the world. But at the end of the day, when you dig deeper into these matters of the pandemic, which is not the pandemic, whereby, how this thing was planned and everything, and how it is really affecting them, and the job, how it is really causing people, to die and stuff. Not everyone knows what to believe and what not to believe, because you might be there scrolling through your Instagram page, you might be there scrolling through your WhatsApp page, but at the end of the day, you don't know, like, you're not sure which is the truth, which is not the truth, because we've seen so many African people who are waiting just for the European, or rather for the white person to make a say, or for the news, the breaking news to come from the USA. People need to take a job now. There's corona, there's what, there's COVID-19 and stuff. You need to do this, everything has to stop. But no, we don't know that you're being controlled. And actually that will lead us also to the topic of today, because it's high time that we see, even after colonization, even after us being colonized, we still don't have freedom. We're still being controlled. We're still being told what to do. We're still being maneuvered around. We don't have the freedom in general, let me just say so, since the colonization period. So many Africans think that they still have freedom, of which we really don't. And that is what we're going to be talking about in the topic of today. Nonetheless, as we move on with the school thing, it's been reported that in DRC Congo, students are protesting after a policeman killed a maskless school classmate, and which is super sad. This is something that has been happening actually since last year. Not only to the students, or only to the not only to the students that are going back right now to school, but even to the civilian people, to the common wananchi, especially in Kenya and even in different parts of the countries. We've seen it even in Uganda, we saw it in Tanzania, we saw it in so many different parts of the countries, whereby so many videos were spreading around how the police were mishandling the wananchi, or the citizens of the nation, super bad, due to the pandemic and the curfew thing. And right now, it has come to a point right now that they are killing even students, innocent students, just because of a mask. Just because of a mask, a 20 shilling mask. Is it not? It's even 5 bob. Others even sell it for 5 shillings. 5 shillings, and you'd have to just take a life because of 5 shillings. If you have humanity, you'll even take, or rather dig into your pocket and tell them, is it the money that you don't? Because I do believe, trust you me, the crisis of financial, rather the finances and the economy, how it is really triggering people outside there. Not even everyone can afford a mask. So many families are going through crisis. So many families are going through terrible things, but they can't come forth and talk about it, because not everyone also wants to expose their problems. Not everyone wants to be seen like a failure. Everyone wants to try. Everyone wants to become a winner. Everyone wants to live the life that they desire. But at the end of the day, when you dig deeper into this kind of matter, the way the pandemic has really affected people, but the government does not even check the effects of the lockdown and the curfew and the merits and the demerits of it. It's for their own benefit. They're just looking up onto their own benefit, but not the wananchi's benefit. But the saddest thing is now that, whereby the government, the police are even being allowed to kill a young kid, a student, just because of a mask. It used to happen even here in last even the 254. Last year, a lot of people did lose their life actually because of being beaten super bad, because of you not having a mask, because of you going back home late, just because sometimes you could go to even a bus station, you lack a bus, you lack a matatu for you to go home, you don't even have the enough transport for you to be able to reach home. And that is one of the things that the government did not even check about, even before them putting the lockdowns and the curfews. We know that we are supposed to obey the government rules, but at the end of the day, have they really checked the common on an inches situation, which is really even leading to death? And I just hope at the end of the day that justice is going to be, to be found, or rather justice is going to be conducted to this family and to the parents of this kid, which is super bad. Because if it starts right now, how many students are going to be killed even before the end of the term, or even before the end of the month? They are just opening schools. This is in DRC Congo. What about here in Kenya? Because we've seen so many policemen who are super violent even to the young kids. You're gonna be arrested, you're gonna be asked to call your mom. You're gonna be held captive in the jail, or rather in the station, for you to call your mom, for them to be able to bail you out, and it costs a lot. I said that when these policemen get hold of you, they're gonna demand maybe $5 from you, $500 from you. Let me say $5. They're gonna be asking maybe $2 from you, and maybe that's the only amount you had to feed your family. Because, as I say, the economy right now, it is really affected. We have so many people, especially those who are living the middle class people. We have the middle class and the ghetto people. They are really going through a lot. We have the hawkers who are being chased up and down by the security people, the city council people. The government did promise. I remember when Sonko was becoming a governor, when Sonko was being elected as a governor, he promised the street people who are holding businesses outside here that he's going to be able and responsible to ensure that no one is going to disturb their peace, no one is going to be asking tax money from them and such stuff. But right now, since the pandemic, actually, it's like we say in Swahili, ni kama mtungi imewekwa maji. It's like a water bottle that is filled with water. No one is talking, everyone is quiet. Right now they're talking about politics each and every now and then. But at the end of the day, I just hope that justice is going to be served right to these parents of this young kid, because it is really a caution and also disturbing. You wonder how many kids are going to be killed, and when you start that like that, so many parents are going to be worried for their own student. But it's been said that the students continue to protest at the university in Kinshasa campus in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where police are regularly accused of harassment and pocketing mass fines they collect. That is, you see, that is something that is really going on. They arrest you even if it's on your jaw, because I keep saying each and every time, these marks are really exhausting at times. Sometimes you're not even breathing so well. You feel like you feel so exhausted. They're consuming your breath, and maybe you're walking at the road and you just grab something to eat. You're gonna be held captive. Where's your mask? Why are you putting your mask on the jaw? Why aren't you putting your mask up? Well, I mean, I'm eating. I don't even have a right to eat. And exactly this is what we are talking about. Since the colonization, even right now, till now, we're still not free. We are still being held captives unto different, or rather, even by our own leaders. We're still being held captives. We still don't have freedom to do whatever we want, especially with this pandemic. Nobody really understands what is really going on. Not everyone. Let me say nobody, but not everyone. Because here on the Black Fire Radio, I do believe the family of here do understand what is really going on. We have Dr. Arikana, we have Professor Lumumba, who are trying to, give out the messages out there. We also have in the likes of Dr. Mumbi. We have so many people trying to give messages out here. But at the end of the day, what about we? Do we really understand? We as the common wananchi, do we really understand what is really going on? And of course, that is what we're going to be talking about today. But before we move on to that, here in the 254, it's been reported that the teachers are at risk, because so many, I do believe, as much as they are being told that 73% have not taken the job, so many of them do not want to. And this might even lead some teachers losing their jobs, because it is being recommended, it is mandatory. And of course, if you understand the merits and the demerits of the job, no one would want to risk their life. So it's either I lose my job but not risk my health. Yeah, my health comes first, because this is the matter where I'm talking about you considering yourself first. You considering and putting yourself first, and ensuring that you are okay. So the teachers in the 254, they are really at risk, and they are also scared, because not everyone wants to take this thing. But at the end of the day, I do hope, let me just say, I won't mention the government, but let this work in the laws of attraction and the laws of the universe. Let the universe confuse everything, and the government whole thing, because I do believe the universe would not want you to go through something that you really don't want to. I do believe on that. Nonetheless, we're gonna take a short musical break. Then we come back. We're gonna talk the matters of colonization, because they say that is what we were talking. We will be talking about today, whereby we are still not free as Africans. As much as we think we are free, freedom is still not with us. We're still being held captive. We're still being controlled. Our lands are being taken away from us. We did get to see in the likes of Zimbabwe. Is it in Zimbabwe, whereby the colonizers came back to the Zimbabwe country, and they demanded a compensation of a land they did get to steal away from them. So I was just wondering, you are a thief. Even I was just saying, actually, in the 254, how it is really weird even happening, whereby you buy a land, then after 5 years or after 10 years, just someone out of nowhere who works in the government, they come and claim that this land is theirs, you know. But this is a different case. We're talking about the matters of colonizers. We've seen it in Zimbabwe, where they did come back claiming that they want a compensation for their land, which is not theirs. So we are still not free, and we're still being held captives. We still, these people still want to bring us to the slavery moment slowly. And we have also in the likes of China, we have the whites who also come into Kenya slowly and slowly. Africa is slowly being occupied by the white people. And before we realize it, if we don't wake up and realize what is really going on, starting with our own leaders, if they are able to just understand what is really going on, if they can see the likes of what Professor LIMUMBA is really trying to tell them, I do believe we're gonna be saved at an early stage before we get deeper into this pit. Nonetheless, we're gonna take a short musical break. As I said, once again, we're gonna be right back. This is called by the one and only Lex the Wolf. He did get to release this jam last week on Friday. Is it last week on Friday? I do bet so. And it's vibing. I don't know what you think about it, but please interact with us. As I said, we are on Facebook, on Twitter, and also on Instagram. Tell me what you think about this amazing jam.
This is Black-Otra Radio, media for the 21st century.
Street is icy and froze. Icy, my chest is cold. Heart in my chest is cold. Feeling icy and cold. Street is icy, froze. Ice on my chest is cold. Heart in my chest is cold. Feeling icy and froze. Feel it coming. I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. Get it. Go get it. Feel it coming. I gotta go get it, I gotta go get it, go get it. Street is icy cold, I've been in the fast lane, trying to get it right now. People get my wolves, hunting in the jungle, waiting for the ruler right now. Street is icy and cold, ice on my chest, that's cold. Heart in my chest, that's froze. Street is icy and cold. Street is icy cold, I've been in the fast lane, trying to get it right now. People with my wolves, hunting in the jungle, waiting for the ruler right now. Street is icy cold. Heart in my chest, that's froze. Ice in my chest, that's cold. That's cold. Nah, nah, nah. Coming, I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. Go get it. I gotta go get it. Street is icy and froze. Ice on my chest, that's cold. Heart in my chest, that's cold. Feeling icy and cold. Street is icy, froze. Ice on my chest, that's cold. Heart in my chest, that's cold. Feeling icy and froze. Feel it coming. I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. Get it. Go get it. Feel it coming. I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. Get it. Go get it. Get it.
Yes, that is called by the one and only Lex the Wolf, all the way from Nigeria, and he's doing the most. I love this jam and I'm vibing onto it. I just hope that he's going to give us a hot banger of a video. But be careful because, as I said, right lately, that artists are removing a content that is super super. It might get you at risk because you did get to see in the likes of here in the 254, you get to see in the likes of Calligraph Jones, Crispa, and Boutros, whereby they did get to seeing, or rather the content that they were talking about, it's concerning a university, whereby you're gonna make parents think that whenever they're taking their schools to university, they don't go to do anything there. It's just all about clubbing, partying, and everything. As much as yeah, I do agree. I don't want to say that these things do exist, but people are living their life after classes and after school. But when you talk basically about the schools themselves, I mean, you are prioritizing, or rather you are discriminating the rights of the school and also the government, whatever's. Nonetheless, karibuni sana to the Pan African Bliss Show. My name is Joby. This is the Black Fire Network, media for the 21st century. Please remember to interact with us. As I said, we are live and interactive on Facebook at the Black Fire Radio, at the Black Fire Radio Network station, and also on Twitter at the Black Fire Network using the hashtag Pan African Bliss with Joby and hashtag Black Fire Network. And also, you can also get all of us on Instagram at the Black Fire Network as well. Call us in, SMS us, or tap us, SMS us and tell us where you're listening from, where you're streaming in from, and how is the week coming along so far. It's on a Tuesday, and as I said, we are approaching the end of July, and I do say, we keep on saying it each and every time. Whenever you're approaching, or rather starting a new week, I do believe, maybe during the weekend you say, when this week starts, I'm gonna do this. I have to do this, and I have to fulfill this. Even when a new month starts, you always keep on saying, I have to do this, and I need to do this. So I do believe that if you did set your goals during the, beginning of this month, and as we are approaching the end, I do hope that you are manifesting them, because it's only just 4 days away as we get to say bye-bye to July, and the 2021 is almost coming to an end. And I do hope as we approach 2022, especially here in the 2.4, I so swear I'm super tired of the lockdown, the curfew, and everything. And the topic of today is when we're talking about colonization, since the colonization period, we still being held captives. We still not free. We are still not free. We don't have freedom. So many Africans think that we are still free, but we are not. I mean, deeper the look at the matter of whereby since the pandemic, especially in 2020, things were really serious. And when you look back, one thing that I was trying to make a certain friend of mine to understand is when the corona or the COVID-19 was reported, it began from China, right? It began from China, and it later on spread it to Italy and other different parts of the diaspora and stuff. Then it came to Africa. Why is it that it began in the European side or the diaspora side for it to come later on to Africa? It's because these people want us to still make us feel like, there's how they're trying to play with our minds first. There's how they're trying to make us, each and everything is not planned. This is just something that really occurred and it's meant to be there. And we act as if nothing is really going on. Or rather, we act like fools. But it's really crazy because the fools are themselves, because right now people are really waking up. Also, Africans are waking up. And the awakening moment is, especially when it comes to the job thing, because the people I'm fearing for their lives right now is the teachers in the 254, because it's been reported, as I said earlier, 73%, at least 73% of them have not taken the job yet. And I do believe most of these teachers even do understand the demerits of this job, So they do not even want to take it, and they do understand the causes and the effects of it. So most of them will find that they're going to lose their jobs, because we've seen it even in other countries. I remember kids talking about, I think it's in Uganda, whereby, some people lost their jobs because of refusing to take the job, but they were working for the government. And mind you, these teachers are also employed by the government. So I wonder how many people, or rather how many teachers, are going to lose their jobs because they are not agreeing to this, taking the job hijab and everything. Nonetheless, I can see you, Ojodo, you're saying that I agree with you. That is what happened in Zimbabwe. The citizens were squatters they were squatters in their own land, and that is super true. We've seen it even in the matters of land and everything. I can see you, someone you're saying hi, Joby, hi to you too, grand rising to you. I hope you are doing great this morning. Karibu sana to the Pan African Bliss Show, and we were talking about the matters of colonization and freedom, whereby Africans, we are still not free. We are still being held captives. We are slowly going back to the slavery moment, because I was talking about how Chinese are slowly, are coming back to Africa. They are occupying the African continent. We have the whites. When you go to Mombasa, I keep on saying this, when you go to Mombasa, you're going to find whites who are really there. So many of them. And most of them, trust me, they are sick. And you'll find that many young girls, they're running to this Muzungu because they think they have money and everything. This nigga is poor. He came to Africa to look for resources. I mean, you should be really careful. But at the end of the day, we need to understand. I was just talking about this yesterday. We need to understand, learn our history first. Let us understand this colonial thing, because the term colonization, I'm just going to take a check on that as I get to share a certain video by the one and only Professor LIMUMBA, where he was telling us about how these white people are coming to coming slowly to take our own properties, how the Europeans even came to our own lands, how they gave us exchange of chemicals. I call them exchange of chemicals, because I did get to see a clear picture in a certain animation whereby they came with chemicals which are going to kill us and invent diseases in us, and they claim they're coming from Africa as they take what really is ours, the resources that we have, which they couldn't have. I keep on saying, rather we know Africa was rich. Africa is rich, not even was. Africa is a rich continent, full of gold. We have different parts, especially where I really come from, where my dad comes from my home. We have full of gold. There's silver, there's oil in Africa, there's coffee, there's tea, there's aluminium, there's copper, there's a lot of things. There's gas, a lot of things that none of these people could even acquire. But when they saw that they couldn't have all these, they took advantage of the way we are thinking. And because we saw them as superior and even had to call them with Jesus, the white Jesus and shit, and which is really affecting us mentally and stuff. But nonetheless, I'm going to share a video by Professor LIMUMBA as we get to understand the term colonization, what it really means, so that we may be able to understand, even as we get to understand our own history, what is it that this colonization really did to us, or how it really affected us. Because personally, I understand the term colonization, it was formed in the European, or by the European. It was never formed in the African way, so that these people that can be in charge and control of us financially, whereby we don't even have a single currency here in Africa. We have to depend on dollars, in euros and stuff. We have to require loan, ask for loan. We have to ask our leaders. It's our leaders actually who are being targeted the most. But because they are also blind to see this, we are drifting as the common Wananchi. We are the ones who are suffering the most. And that is why you can see, even when we are buying lands or we are trying to acquire lands, we are not even free. You're trying to free yourself from these landlords for you not to be able to pay rents for maybe 5 years to come and 10 years to come, only for you to go and slave yourself again in a place where someone else is going to claim that this land is mine and that we need to do this and this and this and this. But after them taking the land, it's going to be sold maybe to a European person. So you see where the really problem is really coming from. But this is the video that, Professor LIMUMBA was really talking about.
Is still in the hands of the whites. And they want to be compensated. They took it for free. But they want to be compensated. They had no passports and visas when they came, but they want to be compensated. They are saying the same thing in Zimbabwe. They want to be compensated. They want to be compensated in Namibia. They want to be compensated. That is the Africa that we are gathered here today to talk about. That Africa is a troubled Africa. Is an Africa which, if you permit me, I want to tell you you paint, and some of these things are homegrown, some of them are engineered from outside, because poverty is
in our world today, to do his thing, but you can see what he's really talking about in the matters of land compensation, because it is super wrong, whereby you are a thief. I don't understand why you come and steal. It's like you stealing something from me, or even this top away from me, then I grab it back again, then you come and tell me I want this top, but I want us to compensate, I want to give you money and stuff for you to be able. It's like you're bribing me, and at the same time you are a thief. You took it away from me, not with my own permission, without my own permission. But at the end of the day, we need to understand that we are still not free. We are still we are still locked and still mentally enslaved.
Sometimes when I listen to Kwame Nkrumah or read some of his works, I say to myself, his other human failings notwithstanding, he had the foresight of a Jewish prophet. Because as early as 1961 in Casablanca, Morocco, he told the leaders of the time that if Africa wants to work, Africa had to unite. But fellow Africans and friends of goodwill, even as early as that time, Europe was beginning to divide Africa. They had their own group. They had sponsored Cote d'Ivoire's Félix Houphouët-Boigny to argue against Osagie for Kwame Nkrumah. But Nkrumah did not stop there. He had other compatriots who thought like he did. But Prince LIMUMBA did not go to anybody's university, but he was clear that Africa must write her own story. Julius Kambarage Nyerere saw that when Africa met on the 24th and 25th days of May 1963 in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, the message was one and clear, that if Africa was to work, Africa had to work as one unit. And if you doubt me, you only have to listen occasionally to their accredited ambassadors in their unguarded moment. They still think that those countries are their fiefdoms, to be guided occasionally if they are out of line. But the most pernicious of the colonizers was France, pernicious to the core. I remember, courtesy of history, when in 1958, the Gaullist administration in France, having surrendered to the reality that Africans are to regain their independence, asking the colonies to vote yes or no. It is only Modibo Keita of Mali and Ahmed Sékou Touré of Guinea, and to a certain extent Ahmed Ben Bella of Algeria, who said we will be free in poverty. And you remember what they did when they were leaving the French. They destroyed everything, leaving Guinea to die. They had written the obituary of Guinea. They had written the obituary of Mali. They had written the obituary of Algeria. And they ensured that their former colonies entered into a pact which is alive today, that their currency will be printed from France, and that their banks will be controlled from France. In the mind of the French, whether you are talking of Nicolas Sarkozy, whether you are talking of Macron, in their unguarded moment, they still think that former French colonies are merely their backyards. That is the Africa that you are asking me to talk about, how she can work.
I can see you that Robert William is saying habari za asubuhi pia kwako. We hope you are doing great this wonderful morning. Karibu sana to the Pan African Bliss Show. My name is Joby. This is the Black Outfly Network, media for the 21st century, and we are talking about colonization and freedom, because we've seen in the matters of whereby we claim that we are free as Africans, but the truth of the matter is that we still not free. We are still enslaved mentally, and we are slowly going back to the slavery moments, actually, that whereby the Europeans want to take control of Africa fully, and they are using our leaders, because we've seen it in the matters of starting with the pandemic, whereby they are calling it the pandemic. All this thing was planned, and with the job, the intention is to slowly, lower the population of people. But not so many people understand it, because we've seen it right now. Actually, the 254, the teachers are in danger. They are at super risk, because not so many of them would want to take this job. But since you are working for the government, you'll have to. So it's a matter of, it's me losing my job for me to protect my health, because I had just entered this early in the morning, where we were beginning the show, whereby if when it comes to you, you need to put yourself first. Stop putting other people first or people needs first. And you don't know yourself, you don't know what really makes you happy and stuff. But when it comes to these matters of the job and everything, and now these teachers right now, because we do believe right now students are going back to school, and I did just talk about the matters of whereby in the DRC Congo, one student has been killed because of not having a mask. Right now, the government and the leaders that we have, they are being controlled by the Europeans. But not, I don't understand, rather I don't know if they really know about it. Is it that they know about it, they're ignorant, or they don't know about it? Because we did get to see the likes of Magufuli. Magufuli was the one of the leaders who stood by with his country, and he didn't want to tolerate this nonsense. So the major key is they do know. The point actually is they know, but they are ignorant. Right now, we've seen that Uhuru is in the UK. Let me just read that very quick. That Uhuru has gone to the UK for some. What is it that President Uhuru? President Kenyatta's tours UK, and this is because of the Global Education Summit. And I wonder which Global Education Summit is really, because Uhuru is always on and off. This African leaders, the presidents that we have, they're touring from east, west, north, south. But this is to come together for them to be able to ensure that the plans that they have for themselves and the countries and the common wananchis, and the wananchis, actually the citizens of each and every nations, they are coming to, they are fulfilling the plans that they have for the wananchis, which is to kill us using the jab. In the terms of colonization and the freedom, we are not free. Right now, I was just talking about when you look at since last year, how the pandemic really affected people. All this thing came from the diaspora side. It never started in Africa. And I was just saying how the colonies, or rather these Europeans, are slowly, occupying the African continent and still trying to take control of it slowly, but we are not seeing the truth out of it. Not everyone realizes the truth out of it. We've seen in the lives of Zimbabwe right now, where the European has come back because of the land they did get to steal. They want a compensation out of it. Who does that? Even here in Kenya, I was just talking about the matters of where you're buying a land. After 10 years of you being there with your family, you've invested there, you're now down with paying rents, to the landlords and everything, the caretakers and stuff. Right now, you're fully in a peaceful way. You're free. You have freedom. No one is going to bother you. No one is going to knock at your door and stuff. You don't have freedom, because the government, after 10 years, they're going to come back to that land, claiming it's theirs. Demolishing the houses and the mansions that people have built and invested so much, and not even a single penny is going to be returned unto you, for you to be able to rebuild whatever they have destroyed. And after these lands are taken, when you dig deeper the stories, they are being sold to the European people. We did get to see it in the matters of the KICC land, whereby right now the KCC building, it has, the case is still ongoing, whereby it has no owner. Nobody knows the owner. And when you dig even deeper right now, or rather when you get to understand the matters deeper, it is clear that the African continent, it's not even ours. We don't even own it. These people are slowly owning our continent. And it's high time that, we rise up, unite, stand together, own our power, our culture, and our history. because not even them, because we are running away from our culture and our history, they are taking advantage of it. They are enjoying the division, or rather out there dividing people, and out there making African people hate themselves and hate each other. But at the end of the day, we need to come together and be able to solve all this. That is what we are talking about, Robert Williams. And I can also see Africa diaspora roots connect. You're saying, wake up, Africa, wake Africa. That is super true. We need to really wake up, because it's high time we got to see the truth, or rather they're going to see the truth for us, which is super killing us, and demolishing our properties and taking away what we have worked hard for. We have really worked and invested. So many of our parents, so many of our ancestors, so many of our grandmothers and our grandfathers, so many families have invested and really, build up Africa. But they want to take all this away from us. As we watch, it's high time you wake up.
And when they were done with us, you know what they created? They created an organ colonies, headquartered appropriately in Paris, France. Seen it all with the French, and then there were the gentle and sometimes arrogant British. Why arrogant? The empire over which they sat. They colonized Nigeria, they colonized Ghana. It was a great son of this land, Joseph Jeffo, Kwame Nkrumah, who on the eve of independence and on the day of independence reminded Africans on the 6th day of March 1957 that the independence of Ghana meant nothing if the rest of Africa was not free. Independence from the United Kingdom, they gave us constitution, they called them the Westminster Model Constitution. Remember, we are in Africa, but our constitutions, whether in Ghana or in Nigeria or in Uganda or in Malawi or in Zambia or Kenya or Tanzania, are referred to as Westminster Model Constitution. British bureaucrats sitting at the White Hall in London and giving us constitution. Go ye Africans and try it out. Africa became a laboratory for the ideas of European bureaucrats. That is the Africa that you are asking me, how does it work? An Africa...
Nonetheless, family, we are almost coming
back
to the end of the show, and I do hope to continue this video tomorrow. I just want to appreciate everyone who has joined us today. I can see Robert Williams is saying that why change the playbook when divide and conquer works so well? And this is, at the end of the day, we need to understand that this is the goal of the white person. This is what he really wants. He wants us to be divided, not for us to understand ourselves. He wants him to benefit more. The colonization, the colonizers of Africa, they want to benefit more. And that is why I'm saying we are still not free. But at the end of the day, my conclusion is whether we like it or not as African people, because we are the target, we are the ones who are at danger, we need to come together, unite, and agree. This is what has really happened. We agree. We have gone through all these at this period of time, and we didn't know the merits and the demerits of it. But it's high time we rise up as Africans, we unite, learn our history and educate each other, especially our kids, because the youths, the teenagers, they are going through a lot. And that is why you can see even the cases of these matters of suicide and stuff, young kids killing themselves, because even no one is there to give them attention. We're so much onto the money the European person brought. We're so much onto matters that do not even concern us, the politics and everything. We're busy arguing outside here about which politician is going to win, which politician is going to take the seat, who is going to do what, not even looking down, or rather educating our kids what they are really supposed to be learning, the real thing about the world, preparing them about what is really to come and what you've really also gone through, telling them about your history and what they're supposed to learn as the African people, as the African kids. Nonetheless, this has been the Pan-African Bliss Show. My name is Joby, and of course, we have other amazing shows lined up for you. We have the Rhythm Scoop show, we have the 254 to Jadili show as well, and we have the Africa Today show, which is later on in the evening at about 8 p.m. here in the 254. And I do hope that you keep it tuned, the Black Hot Fire Network. I want to appreciate everyone who has been here. Thank you, General Mosquito, for your sentiments. I don't know if you're still here, but I want to say kwaheri for now. Thank you, Ojode, for taking your time to join the Pan-African today, and karibu sana to the Black Hot Fire family. Here we all about bringing the African continent and the African people together. Samuel, thank you so much as well for your sentiments as well. I appreciate you for taking your time and being here. African Diaspora Roots Conquer, I am to appreciate your time as well and for your sentiments as well. Robert Williams, thank you, Sana, for being here, and I do hope that you're gonna catch us on the next show as well. That will be at 2 p.m. in the 254, the Eastern African time. And we also have, you're saying that, okay, Joby, later, Joby. Okay. I want to appreciate everyone, and this has been the Pan-African Bliss show. Keep it the Black Hot Fire Network. We all have amazing shows lined up for you. Do remember to spread nothing but love outside here. As I said, today I'm celebrating love, not because I have anyone special in my life, and I do hope that the universe is going to give me that. I do hope so. But nonetheless, I am celebrating myself and appreciating myself as a Black person. I'm loving and giving myself time and getting to know myself better, so that even if I am to meet someone else outside there, I'll be able to give out love in a very nice way. Because I was just talking in the matters of where we've seen young girls whereby you're getting yourself into a relationship because on pesa, or just because this dude has money, just because this nigga has a Rolls Royce or something, and you're just getting yourself involved into something that you don't know later on it might affect you. Or you're there because you're not even happy, just there because of money. Ensure that you're doing things that are making you happy. So as for me today, I don't know how many of you you will be ordering pizza, because it's on a Tuesday, terrific Tuesday, whereby you got to walk away with 2 boxes of pizza. As for me, I'm celebrating love, and I just want to vibrate the love all the way here from the 254 to all my African people here on the Black Hot Fire Network. Be it in diaspora, be it in New York, wherever you are listening to us from, Florida, wherever. We appreciate you for taking your time and joining us today. Nonetheless, keep it the Black Hot Fire Network. For now, I want to say kwaheri with an amazing jam. This is Crown by the one and only Josephine. See you later on.
From the crown of my head to the soles of my feet, when my day what to me, when my day what to me. From the crown of my head to the sole of my feet, when my day what to me, when my day what to me. From the crown of my head to the sole of my feet, when my day what to me, when my day what to me. Yeah, from the crown of my head.